Are you too young to go on a cruise? Are you too old to go on a cruise? Should the cruise lines pick and choose ages and say, well, if you're above this age, you can't go. If you're below this age, you can't go. Is it a good idea to segregate passengers based on age? Now, I get that perhaps if you are an older cruiser, maybe you don't want to cruise with younger people. We've definitely seen the comment in the past where there's younger people that don't necessarily want to cruise with the older passengers. And for those that are looking for a certain demographic, well, there's probably a cruise line out there for you already that does something like that, or just naturally ends up in that specific demographic. So just for an example, if you didn't want to sail with children or anybody under the age of 18, well, you could always go sail on Virgin Voyages. There are options. There are choices out there, but that doesn't stop people from wanting the cruise line to cater special cruises just for them. Just for them to say, well, I don't like to cruise with this certain age group, so you should make a cruise that excludes them. They can't come. They don't belong. They are not the right age. Because, yeah, that makes real good business sense for a cruise line, particularly a cruise line that says it is a family cruise line like Carnival Cruise Lines. But hey, they're gonna ask. And 2,821 people did say that they wish there was a senior ship only, a smaller ship like the Spirit class, where everybody had to be 65 plus. It would be so popular. While 18,978 votes said, I would not be interested in sailing on a ship that has a 65 plus as the age demographic. Now, everybody can like to sail with who they like to sail with. If you do want to sail on Carnival and be in an older demographic, look at a Journeys cruise. They have the tendency to be an older demographic. There are longer cruises, 14-week cruises. Usually it's retired individuals who have the ability to take off that length of a cruise. So they tend to be an older demographic. Not promised, not guaranteed, could still have kids, but there's a pretty good chance. But would you really want to be on a ship or have interest in a ship that is only catering to those that are 65 and above? To go to the cruise line and say, I would like to sail on this ship at this time, and them to say, no, you can't, because you're not over 65. Well, that right there kind of lets you know that they're probably not going to be doing this anytime soon. Just like they weren't going to do it when they said anybody over the age of 30 shouldn't be allowed to get on the ship. They wanted a special cruise with no crusty old people, as they said. So now we have the crusty old people. Well, they want to cruise to themselves as well. Sure seems like everybody wants their own cruise where they can eliminate those that they don't find desirable or fun to be around on their ship. Luckily, that's the minority. The majority say they like to sail with all of the demographics. They like the young, the middle, the old. Everybody gets on, everybody has fun, everybody has a good time. Cruising is for everybody. Now, I went through the comments on this particular survey also. They were getting funny over there. Some of the comments over there are point blank is exactly how these people feel about a cruise that is only for those that are 65 and older. And the majority of them did not come from people under the age of 65. As for the over 65 ship, I am almost 65. And if you were to remove some of the grumpy old people from the normal cruise ships, it might be more fun for the non-grumpy old people. I am 71 years old. And there is no way I would ever want to be on a ship full of 65 plus people with their walkers, scooters, and comfort animals. No way. And finally, I took a 16-day Seattle to New Orleans solo cruise through the Panama Canal in October. There was one person under 18 on this cruise, mostly older couples. It was the worst cruise I've ever been on. I told my daughter that it was like an afterlife cruise. A bunch of dead people aimlessly cruising the purgatory ocean. Okay, that's a bit strong. Lifeless purgatory ocean cruise out there on a Journeys cruise, but it kind of shows how people were feeling and commenting about a cruise that was for only those that are 65 and older. Now, this is something we've said before, but look, you know how the cruise lines operate. You know the type of demographic, as a general rule, that you are going to get on certain cruises. But why do people, instead of heading for that particular item, cruise, destination, time of year, cruise line that suits their wants and needs the most, they feel like cruise line should instead change to what they want? They could easily go and do this cruise over here, but no. Instead, Carnival, you should make me a cruise that doesn't let anybody on under the age of 65. So, does that cruise sound fun? Is that a cruise that you would want to go on? Is it a good idea? Should we even consider the idea of creating cruises that leave people out, that segregate people out, that say you were the wrong age, the wrong demographic? We don't want you on this ship. Let me know in the comments below. Is that even remotely a good idea? And that's going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.